how our NBA bets went from looking like this to looking like this. Hey guys, welcome back to another video where today I'm going to be explaining our NBA strategy that allowed our members to make over $4,000 worth of profit at a return on investment at 20% throughout this year's NBA season. For the sharp punter, the NBA is one of the most profitable sports to bet on in the sports betting market, primarily for two reasons. Number one, there are 82 games played in the regular season, plus the playoffs, which means that there's plenty of promotions offered across multiple bookmakers. And number two, the NBA is a star-driven league, which means that one player can single-handedly make an impact towards an individual or the overall team success when it comes to an actual basketball game. For example, let's take a look at last year's MVP Joel Embiid for the Philadelphia 76ers. When Embiid was on the floor for 39 games this season, the Philadelphia 76ers were able to win 31 of those games. When Embiid wasn't on the floor this year across 43 games, the Philadelphia 76ers went 16-27. So from an individual perspective, it allows other players in the lineup to perform and take more shots than they usually do. Kelly Oubre, Tobias Harris, and Tyrese Maxey all had increases to their shots attempted when Joel Embiid was out of the lineup. One of the strategies we used to profit off the NBA was injury sniping. Whilst we don't recommend on doing this strategy every day, it definitely gives you an edge over the bookies. This is due to closing line value, or CLV, which is just the final price of a particular market once that event closes. It's a measure of how much better or how much worse the odds are compared to when you place the odds, compared to what the odds actually were when the event closed. An example of how we were able to utilize this strategy in this year's regular season was from backup center Paul Reed from the Philadelphia 76ers. In a regular season game where the Philadelphia 76ers were playing the Denver Nuggets, Joel Embiid announced that he wouldn't be playing about 10 minutes before the game started. Once a player announces that they're out of the lineup, the bookies usually take a minute or two to adjust the head-to-head and player prop markets. During that 1 to 2 minute window that we had where the bookies had yet to adjust their prices, we were quick to bounce on Paul Reed, who would be put into the starting lineup to replace Embiid, meaning that his stats would go up naturally as he is now playing more minutes as the starting big. We were able to pounce on the unadjusted odds, and there was a massive discrepancy between the odds we sniped in at compared to his closing line value. Paul Reed did indeed deliver us the chockies. Thank you, Paul Reed. Again, utilizing match betting principles and taking advantage of promotions across multiple bookmakers was also a massive factor to our success. If you are unaware with how we are able to utilize promos, you can go in the description below and see our promotional betting strategy explained in under 10 minutes. We predominantly use same game multi promotions, picking legs such as head-to-heads, handicaps, total points over, under, and player prop markets. From a sustainability perspective, we were able to spread our bets across multiple bookmakers rather than just hammering one to avoid getting our accounts restricted from promos. We limited our bet slips to just 3 to 4 legs maximum to just minimize our risk and ensure that all of our bet slips were mutually exclusive to help safeguard our bets. A massive part went into the extensive hours of research on the games played for each team, matchup disparities, strength of schedules, and actually watching as many games as possible. A massive thing we also considered were teams playing on back-to-back games on the road. From this season, only 6 teams actually had a record of over 50% when playing back-to-back games on the road, that being the Celtics, Warriors, Nuggets, Suns, Blazers, Mavs, Pelicans, and Heat. We also saw a majority of the players' stats dip when playing back-to-backs on the road as well. Essentially, we avoided backing a team or a particular player playing a back-to-back game on the road, while even backing heavy underdogs playing against these teams. An example was this where we did a head-to-head multi, backing underdogs to win against teams on a back-to-back game on the road, and we were able to convert big time. We stuck to the same unit size for the entire season, putting emotion aside and sticking to a system that is mathematically proven to win long term. We avoided chasing our losses on slower days or placing bets for the sake of not having enough bets on a particular day when there was not much value in the markets. We also understood that this was all a long-term process. One bad day or one good day means absolutely nothing over the span of the season. And sometimes injuries or ejections on players we back are out of our control, and these are things we have to accept throughout the season. Losing days, although we didn't have many, helped us to reevaluate, learn from potential mistakes or factors we failed to take into account, and allowed us to better our results going forward. Now, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and smash out the like button, give a subscribe, and go and check out our website if you want to know more about what we do. Also, feel free to send us a message if you're interested to join the Playmakers Elite community. We'd be more than happy to give you guidance on what we do and elevate your profits to the next level. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.